Label each part of each model at the right with the unit fraction it represents. So for 5a, we're going to start out by looking at C and noticing that the whole is broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So the unit fraction that each piece represents is 1/6 of the whole. So I'm going to go through and just label each of those pieces now. Okay, and it says, so we'll do that again for D, where our whole is broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, which makes each piece equal to 1/4 of the whole. So the unit fractions for D are 1/4, and the unit fractions for C are 1/6. Shade 3 parts of each model. What fraction does each model show? I'm going to go through and do that in a different color. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So now that I've shaded 3 parts of each model, I could see that C shows 1, 2, 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of the whole that are shaded. So C shows 3/6 shaded, and D shows 1, 2, 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces shaded, making the yellow region represent 3/4 shaded. Which unit fraction from part A is greater? Well, if you look at part A here for 5, it asks us to label each part of each model at the right here and to show the unit fractions. So the unit fractions from part A that are greater are 1/4. And the reason for that is you can see that this unit is so much bigger, well, not so much, but pretty significantly bigger than this piece here. So 1/4 is greater than 1/6. And we show that symbol, which we'll learn more about in the next lesson, like this. That's what this symbol looks like when you say greater than. So 1/4 is greater than 1/6 because the fourth is bigger than the 6. 5D says which fraction from part B is greater. Going back to part B, it asked us to shade 3 parts of each model, which we did, and it said which fraction does each model show? Well, the part that's greater is D, which shows 3/4. So if 1/4 is greater than 1/6, we know that 1, 2, 3/4 has to be bigger than 3/6, which you can even see here. The holes are the same exact size, and the yellow region goes out a little bit further in D than it does in C. When comparing two fractions with the same numerator, how can the denominators tell you which fraction is greater? So instead of writing that whole entire thing out, I'm just going to explain it. So when comparing two fractions with the same numerator, let's take 1/4 and 1/6, for example, you can see that the numerators are the same exact number, but the denominators are different. And if the holes are broken up into if the holes are the same size, and one of them is broken up into 6 pieces and one of them is broken up into 4 pieces, you know that the one that is broken up into 4 pieces is going to be greater because the pieces are bigger.